So here I can play this, swords this guy, play Kaheera and Prophet. Yep, that's the combo that I mentioned in the Decktech. Kaheera with Ocelot Pride. Pretty good stuff. Hello everyone, it's your favorite black player of white cards. I'm the control guy, and I'm back with another video for you guys. A lot has happened. I released a Teferi tribal video. I hit a YouTube partner. The Orim's Chant video is blowing up. That Orim's Chant video is more massive than the Ninja low taper fade meme.
Imagine if Ninja got a low taper fade. Imagine if Ninja got a low taper fade.
Can't even lie. But oh my goodness, guys, you guys are the best. So all I can say is thank you guys so much, as per usual. I will never stop glazing my viewers. You guys are the best. And man, this channel has come so far, like in such a short time, and I'm just so grateful to you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Anyway, that being said, let's make some opponents tilt today. Again. Because that's what we do here on the Control Guard channel. We make arena players tilt. So, what am I playing for you guys today? As you can see up there, little teaser, but let's get right into the deck. Alright, so we're back with another one today. I got a comment under one of my videos asking what my idea of mono white control would be in Timeless. And I decided, you know what? I'll try it. Me personally, I don't like non-blue control, because when you're not in blue, you don't have card draw and counter spells, which are two key points of controlling the game. Like being able to draw cards so that your 1/4 removal doesn't leave you with an empty hand, and being able to counter spells so that the opponent can't, you know, just take over the game with an important spell. That being said, I don't think that mono white control is necessarily bad. However, as you can see in the middle of the screen, there is a big fat red card here. Blood Moon is a choice. I don't think you need Blood Moon in a mono white control deck to win the game. You can do other things, like for example Solemnity with 9 lives or Phyrexian Unlife, to like stay alive forever, but then you lose to a Wrath of the Skies. I feel like mono white, like you're already like looking at some kind of pillow 40 type of deck where like you're just trying to stay alive and then have some late game win condition. It's not bad, but I like being able to completely screw some players out of the game with Blood Moon. Me personally, I'm not a big Blood Moon fan. I'm a control player. I am not a land destruction player. I don't condone land destruction. However, but sometimes it's fun. Like obviously, like I can't say it's not fun to blow up your opponent's lands, but like honestly, I would rather sit on the opposite side with 0 cards in my hand when my opponent just Tamiya ulted and has half the deck in the hand, then play against someone who is stacking Blood Moon effects and Stone Rain effects. I actually genuinely despise land destruction. Playing against land destruction to me is worse than playing against mill. That's how bad I hate land destruction. That's why you've not seen a Blood Moon on the channel yet, but there's the first time for everything. Anyway, that being said, Blood Moon is our only red card in the deck, and obviously High Noon is in the deck, so we would splash red anyway to be able to pop this to win the game. But what is this deck? This deck is interesting. It's kind of like mono white Stay Alive. Obviously the One Ring being a colorless card really helps this deck, because obviously the thing with non-blue control decks is that you will eventually run out of cards. That's why I think that mono black control, Golgari control, hell, I've seen Rakdos control. All these decks that don't run blue aren't good control decks without the One Ring, and the One Ring enables them. So whatever, we have to play the One Ring here because it's just too good to not, like, we just don't have access to like most of the like card advantage spells, and the One Ring is just that good. Other than that, we're playing Wrath of God as our sweeper of choice today. We're very interesting. Kind of ended up here because I didn't want to play Wrath of the Skies, because we do run a lot of cheap permanents like High Noons and Birth of Meletis to find our planes. High Noon plus Reprieve is effectively a counterspell. It's effectively a memory lapse. So that's cool, I guess. You could play Mana Tithe. I know that's a card. I even own one, but I don't think that I want Mana Tithe because Mana Tithe is really strictly an early game play or a tempo play, and you're rarely going to have a relevant Mana Tithe when you're at 6-7 mana, and we're getting to that point. This is a late game deck. 2 Ocelot Prides to take over the game. Also are removal magnets, so your opponents just target them. Pretty cool combo with Kaheera. Oh, I say combo, but like Kaheera buffs Ocelot Pride on all the cap tokens and gives them Villager Vigilance. That's pretty cool. I had an Ajani main deck. I took him out because I had no way to kill my own Ajani, so that was like, I didn't really like it. But yeah, we are a rest in peace gamer over here. We don't use the graveyard, so why should we let our opponents use the graveyard? Surprisingly, few decks in Timeless can actually win properly through, play properly through a Rest in Peace. A lot of decks are using the graveyard to some extent, and even if it's just clipping the control deck's Mystic Sanctuary, or making it so that Psychic Frog can't fly, or making it so that they, Phoenixes don't come back from the graveyard. Rest in Peace is a good card. I think Rest in Peace is a very good card, and like, it's underratedly good. Yeah, so yeah, we're playing Rest in Pieces. Obviously, we're playing High Noon Reprieve. Get Lost as a catch-all removal spell. We're playing 1 Orim's Chant. Over here in the sideboard, you see the second one. Originally, I had 1 Get Lost and 2 Orim's Chants, but then I realized that I really wanted more enchantment removal. So yeah, there's that. We can't loop spells at all, so this Orim's Chant is just a one-off, fun-off to stop them from attacking or to stop them from casting anything out of Dark Ritual or whatever. Other than that, we win with Solitudes, the Wandering Emperor, and Elspeth. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We have some spicy cards. We have Basri. When you're doing nothing over and over, a Basri can get to his ultimate, and you just cash out the ultimate instantly, because the whole point of Basri here is to get this ultimate where you make tokens and grow your board every turn. That's the only reason he's in the deck. So the only reason Basri's really in the deck is to plus onto Kaheera and Ocelot Pride and Solitude, and I guess Wandering Emperor and Elspeth tokens, and that's it. We have the Restoration of Eiganjo, which can also flood the board in the late game, but also can revive our Ocelot Prides. You can get a plains, and you can discard a plains and cast a Birth of Meletis to get another plane. Get Birth of Meletis from the graveyard to get another plains. You can get your Rest in Peace back if someone destroys your Rest in Peace. You can get your High Noons back after popping your High Noon. I think Restoration of Eiganjo is cool. Probably not a timeless bulk card in my opinion, but cool to have in my opinion. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, we have Wrath of God. We're running 2 Elegant Parlors as our only red sources. You will see that you never need untapped red in this deck. Red is just for Blood Moon when you have it, and the rest is just staying alive. And yeah, you'll probably just surveil off of an Elegant Parlor in the early game, and that's it. We run 3 Monumental Henges. So Monumental Henge lets you draw a card basically for 5 mana at instant speed. When you're doing nothing under a High Noon, being able to draw for your, and now this gets historic spells, right? So it gets Sagas, Legends, which are the One Ring, the Planeswalkers, and Eiganjo is a legend. It's a historic permanent. More often than not, I have drawn a land with this thing, which has been really relevant. And then obviously Basri Ket and the Restoration of Eiganjo. So you have some decent hits in this deck for Henge. But yeah, we run 3 because we want 1. We definitely want 1 on the battlefield. And later in the game, when you can activate 2, the game is just over at that point anyway. Castle Ardenvale to make tokens. Just a couple tech lands, not too many. Eiganjo is actually a really cool tech land. I've actually come to love Eiganjo a lot. The reason why I don't play Eiganjo in my blue control decks is because Mystic Sanctuary and it's not an island. So that's rough, but it's okay. Then 8 planes. We're very good against Blood Moon, clearly, because it's in our strategy. Harbinger of the Seas doesn't scare us at all. They can Field of Ruin us as many times as they want. We will have a plains in the deck. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Birth of Meletis makes a blocker for you if you need it, and gains some life. Yeah, nothing much more to say. Let's just get right into the games, shall we? Alright. I have Decay down to gold, so I can play this in ranked. I don't know if this deck is like high rank viable. You can play it. It can definitely off-put some people, because High Noon in general is just not a card that many people play around. But yeah, let's see how it goes. It's Tororo. Alright, we have a Blood Moon opener. And we go first. We have a Source of Plowshares, a land. The deck we're playing is slow, so it's fine to keep slow hands. I think I'll keep this. Play a Plains on turn 1. Hold up Source of Plowshares. Maybe we'll find a fetch land eventually. We're chilling. We are chilling. Oh, that's just an Elegant Parlor. We'll just play that from hand. Straight up. A Swords against a Scalding Tarn. I don't think so. I'd rather find another land. Against a Scalding Tarn with no turn 1 play, I don't think I need to keep a Swords. Let's hope they go for some cool turn 2 play and just try to tap out. Scalding Tarn fetching that. Yep, Clumsy 2 is a Psychic Frog. Now they like play a Psychic Frog. Okay, so this is gonna be cool. We're gonna kill that frog. Kill the frog, and then we're gonna take them off of blue. Are they gonna discard a card? Okay, so they have a Reanimator side plan, which is very interesting. We would like to find Rest in Peace, but I feel like we just love them here. Turn off their resources. Make them have to naturally find their basic planes, if that makes sense. We don't really care about Atraxa. They're probably going to go to discard if they actually reanimate Atraxa here, because, again, they have no blue, so they would have to find their basic island to even work. If they even play a basic island. Many of these decks are playing around Harbinger, but not around actual, like, just straight up Blood Moon. Let's see what they got. They have a Grief here. They have some Orcish Burmaster, Soren's Ransom, a lot of uncut. They found their basic island. Well, this game has now become a lot harder because they have their basic island. Unfortunate. Yeah. Blood Moon isn't always great. Atraxa has Vigilance, so the Wandering Emperor can't clip Atraxa, unfortunately. I'd be surprised if they don't take their basic island here. And then they can even Grief me. They take their basic island, Grief, and Soren's Ransom. Interesting. I feel like they should have taken Stifle. They could have stifled their Grief's sacrifice trigger and scammed Grief effectively. They're definitely going to Grief me here, and they're going to take my One Ring, right? Yep. There goes Grief. That is fine. I really wish I found a Rest in Peace instead of instead of anything here. I have some powerful cards in my hand, but I have to get there, and the One Ring is what was going to let me survive long enough to get there. So let's see. They are still limited to 1 blue spell a turn, which is fair enough in my defense, but it's already iffy because they found their island. If they didn't find the island, I'd be much happier. Alright. We just have to take Atraxa beats for... Oh, never mind, we don't. Okay, that's chill. Do I just exile Atraxa then? Or do I want to get a Wandering Emperor into play first? I wonder if I want to exile Atraxa here, or if I want to get a Wandering Emperor into play. I don't really care losing 7 life. And their life total does not matter. We're a late game deck, we will find a way to kill them. I want them to think I don't have an answer to Atraxa. I want them to cast a spell here. Play a mountain. My turn. I'm going to play the Wandering Emperor here. I want them to think that they have to counter this. Or I want them to fall for the trap and not counter it. If they didn't counter it. Reprieve is amazing. Reprieve is an amazing draw because now with Reprieve, even if they find a have a counter spell, I can Reprieve it and they only have 1 blue source. So that's amazing here. Reprieve, obviously, also on the Blood Moon is really interesting, where you limit their colored sources, so they can only actually cast a spell once a turn. So in a weird way, it kind of works similar. And I'm not gonna let my Wanderer go to 1 because I know they play Orcish Burmaster in their deck. They revealed 1 earlier. So let's do that. Attack them. They're gonna Sauron's Ransom in the end step. Now, the question is, do I... I'm not reprieving this, that's for sure. Oh, double reanimate. Victimize. Choose 2 creature present behavior, sacrifice a creature. So they can have Victimize. Double reanimate. They can reanimate Frog or Grief and or Grief. I could overload them, or I could hold on. Let me see. I could make them draw 4 cards here. Then, if I make them draw 4 cards and they have a land in hand, they go up to 8, a draw for turn, up to 9. They play a land down to 8. They play Reanimate, and then they're at 7, right? So I don't think I want to overload them. I think I want to actually make them choose here. I think I'm going to show them double Reanimate, because I feel like if they want Reanimate, they'll take it. Yeah, then they can. Yeah, I really would have rather take the Victimize because it's useless here. But yeah, they let them try and reanimate something. That's fine by me. They might try to reanimate Grief, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how many basics this deck plays. It could play a bunch of basics, honestly. It's only blue-black, but I don't know. Usually these tempo decks, reanimator decks, they don't want to play only basics. So yeah. I'm almost guaranteed reprieving this reanimate. I know they have it, but they only have 1 colored source, and then we're gonna take my Elspeth, so they can have that back. Wrath of the Skies is not really a great draw, but that's okay. Yep. They don't have any more black sources, so they can't reanimate anymore. Another Wrath of the Skies isn't amazing. Let us buy Kaheera and move to combat. I'm gonna prioritize making another creature over dealing more damage. I want to go wide because they play like Bowmasters and stuff. Let's see. So they're gonna reanimate Grief here. That's fine. I don't really care. Elspeth can go. I don't have enough mana to cast her anyway. Oh, they just Grief from hand. What's they exile? They exile one of the reanimates. Okay, sure. I have 4 spells in my hand, so even if they strip me of 2 of them, they can take Kaheera and they can take Elspeth, and I'll still have a board wipe for whatever they end up with, so I'm not too worried here. Obviously, if I find Rest in Peace eventually, that would be really cool against them. They take Wrath of God, so they're actually scared of me wiping the board. That tells me that they need creatures to beat me. Yeah, they stifle their Grief. Okay, that's cool. And then they reanimate another Grief, and they're going to take my last Wrath of God. Yep. Okay, that's very interesting. So they're scared of whatever they have doesn't deal with me just putting stuff on the board. So that's cool. I'm gonna play a land, play Kaheera, plus onto Kaheera. Or plus onto the token. Doesn't really matter if I plus onto Kaheera or the token here. Kaheera doesn't just die to Fatal Push, so that's probably where I want to put my counters. The tokens deal damage through Griefs anyway. The Wandering Emperor will die this turn, but they will lose a Grief for it. Yep. I do get to kill one of their Griefs and keep one of my creatures. So on board, I'm still winning. If I draw a land or Rest in Peace, that is pretty good. So now their entire side plan of Reanimate doesn't work anymore. That was a good draw. So now they're facing down a better board, and their Reanimates don't work anymore. Their lands don't tap for proper mana, and now they're just gonna die next turn to a High Noon. They can block a hero with Grief, that's fine. That puts them dead on board against the High Noon. And they only get to cast 1 spell to get out of this lock. And yeah, this is what I meant as I said Pillow Fort. I have a bunch of enchantments in play which are all hindering the opponent from playing the game properly. Yeah, you just win. But yeah, this is what I meant when I said Pillow Fort. Like, you don't need Phyrexian Unlife with Solemnity to be a Pillow Fort deck. Like, I have Blood Moon, Rest in Peace, High Noon in play, and they just can't play they're so restricted in playing the game that, like, I don't know. And that's what this deck does, right? Obviously the Rest in Peace was a very lucky draw in my opinion. I only have 2 in the deck and I just top decked it naturally. But a lot of draws were good there. Like the Wandering another Wandering Emperor would have been good. The One Ring would have been good. Restoration of Eiganjo would have been good. There was a lot of good draws anyway. So yeah, Rest in Peace, I would just put the nail in the coffin, obviously. And they don't have double blue for their mana drain or whatever they're holding in their hand. So yeah, it's just like that. And like that's the power of Blood Moon, right? In the format right now, in this format where no one's really playing a lot of basics, you just run away with the games. Opponent goes first. We have Ocelot Pride early. We have Basri Ket. I think this hand is a keep. The cool thing about like non-blue is that you really don't care about like selection at all. Against lands, we are a Blood Moon deck. That's good. But they're on Winota, it would seem. Turn. I'll just cast Ocelot Pride. I don't think they have a way to remove it. I don't think they have a way to remove Ocelot Pride, unless Winota now plays like Lightning Bolt, but I don't think they did. I think they're a complete combo deck, to my knowledge. Oh, Giant. Never mind, they're not on Winota. Okay. Oh. That's not great. That is not great. Okay, oh, that's Blood Moon. We just need to find a, red source, right? So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna reprieve whatever spell they cast. We're gonna start making a cat army, by the way. Okay, they can block, but I still gain life, so I gain a cat. We're gonna reprieve whatever spell they cast. I'm thinking like they might cast a natural or a fierce empath. I am not gonna stop a fierce empath. They can have this. I'm not gonna stop a fierce empath. Even though this does get the Titan, I can't stop them from actually getting the Titan here. They don't have enough mana to cast the Titan yet. They need one more land, so that's good. I'm also not scared of... I'm not scared of the Fierce Empath here. I'm still going to attack with my cats. The Fierce Empath is probably going to die either way. Actually, I think I might let the first Titan just resolve. I think I might just let the first Titan resolve. It sounds weird, but I think I want to start ticking up Basri Ket. I'm gonna let the first Titan resolve. Let's see. I'm just gonna attack with my Ocelot Pride. I'm gonna let the first Titan resolve, and then I'm gonna kill, I'm gonna exile it with Solitude. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I think Basri Emblem is how I win this game, for sure. Basri Emblem is how I win the game. Oh, they don't draw the land? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Another Fierce Empath. So that sucks, because they get a second Titan. But the second Titan is the one that I'm gonna, like, play around with. The first Titan, I don't really care about. Also, if we ever get this Atraxa, what the hell? Natural Orc target? What? How are you gonna cast that? My turn, whatever. Another Solitude is cool. So let's cast Restoration of Eiganjo. Let's get Plains. Play the Plains. And I think I'm actually gonna stop them from casting spells. Next turn. I'm gonna keep growing my cat. So now the Grazer can't just block the cat. We only have one Solitude here, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna Orim's Chant them here. So they can't cast a spell. That's a tactical Orim's Chant. I'm not sure if this is gonna pay out, but if they draw the land, this prevents the Titan from entering this turn. I'm just stalling so that I can get Basri Emblem. That's what I'm doing. They didn't draw the land, which is good for me, I guess. Discard a card, return a permanent. I can just decline this, right? I'll just decline it. That's the City's Blessing. That's really cool. Let's attack here. Put a counter there. I'm gonna attack with everything because, again, they can kill one, but they lose their Empath. I gain 3 life. I'm making 2 cats this turn. Okay, I'm gonna reprieve the Titan here if they have it, and then I have Basri Emblem. Okay, that's fine. That's just some lands that they needed. They have the forests they need, so here I'm gonna play this tapped. Play a tap red source. Double reprieve is nice because that means I can buy a lot of time. And here's the other angle of this deck, right? here's the other angle of this deck. I'm about to tempo them out. Like, I'm about to full tempo them out. And yeah, I'll drop the Blood Moon when they can. I'll drop the Blood Moon. But I'm about to completely tempo them out here. Because now Basri Emblem is going to kill them. Like, Basri Emblem is going to kill them before they get to cast the Titan. Because I'm just going to reprieve the Titan twice. And they need a they have the mana source in hand. But yeah, they're dead. They're going to die here before they get to do anything. So this control deck, you gotta know when you're the tempo deck and when you're the control deck. So they can Titan here, but it doesn't matter. Their Field of Ruins are mountains, so they don't even make zombies. They're just, I got onto them. And that was that one decision to cast the Basri, hoping that they might miss a land drop. Obviously, if they don't miss a land drop, the game is much more interesting. You can say that. You can say that, oh, Control Guard, you only won because they missed a land drop. Fair enough. But that's also a part of Magic that you are allowed to play around. So dropping that Basri Ket to make sure I get the emblem as fast as possible. And by the way, this is why Basri Ket's in the deck. You saw, like, they are very dead here. You could argue that Ocelot Pride soloed, but Basri Ket is probably what actually killed them, in my opinion. So yeah, and then I just reprieve their Titan here, and they just don't have a turn. The Blood Moon was just icing on the cake. I didn't really need it this game. It's nice though because it turns off Cavern. Which doesn't matter. We don't have counter spells, but it turns off Castle Ardenvale, and it turns off their Field of Ruins. Their Field of Ruins are only mountains when they enter the battlefield, so they don't get zombies. That's really important. But yeah, this is why Ocelot Pride and Basri Ket are in the deck, so that you have the angle of I just want to win. Because if you didn't have Ocelot Pride and Basri in the deck, and you were like a full-on Pillow Fort deck, they would just get their billions of zombies, and eventually they would find a Boseiju and destroy your Phyrexian Unlife and kill you. So yeah, that's important to know. Get back. Oh, we have the two double pair. This hand is very slow. However, that doesn't make it bad. Especially since we're under play, so we'd have to get double Thought Seized for this to be bad. I think we keep it. We just Elegant Parlor, plains. Yeah, this is also good. Like, I'll take a board wipe. Elegant Parlor, fetch plains, Blood Moon. That's probably just what we do here. Rainforest. I could Elegant Parlor one more time to get like selection, but then we'd have 2 mountains. I think I want 2 plains over 2 mountains. Oh, are they just on show and tell? Oh, we might just win with this Blood Moon. If they're just on show and tell, we might win with Blood Moon. Let's see if they are the show and tell with counter spells. They might be, they might not be. Let's fetch basic plains. Let's just play Ardenvale because it's gonna. Oh no, let's fetch basic plains, because if we play Ardenvale and turn everything into mountains, then our fetch land would be a mountain as well. So let's get the plains so we have double white and then just stick a Blood Moon. If they're the counterspell version of show and tell, that's good for them. If not, they're gonna have a hard time winning here. They are the counterspell version of show and tell. Very interesting, because I've seen for some reason show and tell is back on Spell Pierce. I don't know when this happened. I don't remember. Oh, wait, never mind. They might not be show and tell. Or maybe they're just fetching that because they know Blood Moons are coming. And yes, Blood Moons are coming. Blood Moons are in fact coming. They have the island now, so unfortunately they will still like be able to show and tell in like a good card here. But we'll see. Oh, Burma, so they're not on Blood Moon. Okay. They're not on show and tell. That's very good for us, actually. I'm actually very happy they're not on show and tell. Okay. They're on some kind of Dimir deck. Okay, Dimir Tempo. Yeah, but like, Spell Pierce is being played a lot again, which is very interesting, because it kind of fell out of favor. Especially in like combo decks. But they're clearly not on show and tell, so we'll see what they're playing. This is going to be very similar to game 1, where they do have colored mana, but we're restricting the amount of colored mana they have. So, yeah. Let's see how this goes. What can they do here? Are just going to cast a spell. We have 3 One Rings in our hand. Oh, they're casting a Treasure Cruise? Okay, that's fine by me. That taps you out of blue. That means you can't counter my spells. I could get rid of the Bowmaster here, but I think I'm just gonna play a One Ring because I'm allowed to. And the Bowmaster, I have protection. They can cast another Bowmaster into it if they want to. I'm gonna draw my card. Okay. Now I can't get Thought Seized here. What they got? Unearth. Cycling Unearth, okay. So they're Dimir Oculus, is what I would have to assume if they're playing on Earth. We will want to find the we would want to find the what's that card called? The Rest in Peace. We really want to find that. Cycle another on Earth. Okay. My turn. One Ring number 4. So we can chain One Rings here. I think I actually like that. Let's cast another One Ring. But we're gonna keep this one. We're only casting this for the protection. We're gonna keep the one with the counters on it. I want protection so I can draw some cards. Need to fill my hand up. Yep, and there is a Plains, nice. Yeah, sure. Doesn't matter to me. All good. Cycle the 3rd on Earth. That's fair. They don't really have anything in Bulgaria right now, so that's fine. And they over there, they're just struggling with their colored sources. All their, the thing is, decks in Timeless right now run so many utility lands that it's just like, it's awkward for them. My turn. Oh, another Plains is very nice. Because now we get to Wrath of God. That resolves. Draw a card. Oh, okay. Let's just play Basri. They don't have a counter. They have counter magic, but they don't have double blue. So let's just play Basri. Get Basri in there. They might have like a like Edict or whatever. That's fine. If Basri dies, that's okay. We don't need Basri to win. So yeah. Inquisition. Okay. Take my Swords to Plowshares, I guess. That ain't good enough, mate. You need a Thought Seize here, and you only have one black source, so that's rough. Yeah, playing Sink It to Stupor. You only have one black source. They're gonna draw a bunch of cards here with like a dig through time, but or maybe they have an Oculus or something. I don't know. Nah, just another treasure cruise. And now they can't cast any more spells because none of their spells are colorless. There's no way they play the One Ring, so. Let's draw some cards. Oh, High Noon is nice. High Noon is very nice. So let's reset our ring. Plus Basri. Threatening to ultimate him soon. And play High Noon with Reprieve. So now they only get one spell a turn. And then Basri ult's gonna kill them. Psychic Frog. They only have one spell, so they can Psychic Frog and I can just kill it. And that's their spell for the turn. They can discard a couple cards, which is fine. That's okay. They can discard a bunch of cards. I don't care. Yep, that's a mana drain that they can't use. Why are they discarding that though? It doesn't make sense to discard that. They're not going to gain any life over this or anything, so I don't know why they discarded those cards. Probably just so they don't have to discard to hand size, but then again, just discard to hand size. I don't know. Oh, my turn? Okay, yeah. Plus Basri on nothing. Play this. I get one spell a turn. If I play the One Ring Emperor, not even a Sheoldred's Edict beats Basri here. Let's just play the One Ring Emperor and pass the turn. All part of my master plan. Basri's instantly gonna ultimate here the minute I get to do it. Pass turn. I'm not gonna flash Solitude here just in case they have an instant speed spell. Nice. And that's GG. Yep. Basri Ket. You think Basri is troll, but Basri ults faster than you think, first of all. And if you have a deck that can just buy time, Basri Ultimate will win the game. It's inevitability. his ultimate. Oh, did I ever read his ultimate? Basri's ultimate reads: you get an emblem with at the beginning of combat on your turn, you create a 1/1 and then put a counter on every creature you control. No one beats that. No deck can realistically beat a Basri ult without just on the turn, one turn killing me. So Basri will eventually ult and just win the game on its own. It goes wide and tall at the same time. There's literally nothing you can do. Like your creatures get bigger every turn, and you get more of them every turn. So yeah, you get a 1/1, then you get a 2/2 and a 1/1, a 3/3, a 2/2, 1/1, a 4/4, a 3/3, 2/2, 1/1, and so on and so forth. The Wandering Emperor is minusing into that, making 2/2s that grow as well. Your Solitudes start growing as well because it puts a counter on every creature regardless. Basri Ket, completely useless planeswalker apart from his ultimate, in my opinion. The plus or plus counter is relevant sometimes. The -2, man, man, the -2 is never going to be relevant. You're rarely ever gonna use his -2. But his ultimate, man, chef's kiss. That's why he's in the deck. And yeah, there we just have High Noon Reprieve. We were able to resolve a Blood Moon through their fringe early game interaction. They did have a Spell Pierce with the first one, but that's why there's 2 in the deck. And we kept the hand on the strength of the 2 Blood Moons, and it just panned out perfectly. Again, it's a timeless deck. Even if they know there's a Blood Moon, they start fetching around it. They only have 2 colored sources in play right now. They effectively only have 2 mana, and they can cast some colorless mana with this. Like, they can cast 2 spells here. They can, like, cast a, what was it? Inquisition, and then they can cast a Treasure Cruise, and then they have nothing available for my turn, so I just get to resolve my spells. So yeah, that was pretty easy. GG, 101 control, baby. Alright, we have opponent going first. We have Source of Plowshares and Rest in Peace. We have 1 lock piece in our hand, so I think this is keepable. Okay, Elegant Parlor. I think we're just gonna play this. Yeah, they're just playing energy, that's fine. So, dash Ragavan. I think I want to fetch a red source here, so I'm actually gonna Solitude. Orim's Chant isn't a great card in the matchup anyway, so I'm just gonna Solitude this Ragavan. And then I'm gonna fetch a Surveil land and then play Rest in Peace. Ocelot Pride. That's interesting. Let's get the Rest in Peace down. Turns off Flash, turns off Ajani. Ajani can't flip under a Rest in Peace because their cats don't die, their cats get exiled. So that's food for thought. They could dash a Ragavan here again. I wouldn't care. Oh, Blood Moon? I don't care. Man, I so don't care. Like, I'm chiller. I'm chill. That's in my deck. That's in my deck. I'm gonna hold up a swords here instead of playing Ocelot Pride. I'm gonna try and make sure that I don't get Ragavan dashed or whatever the hell this nonsense is. Yep, dash Ragavan. Let's exile the Ragavan. Energy, that's fine. Yep. And then this is gonna create a blocker as well, which is very nice against them. Oh, I could just... Okay, so now my question is, when is it correct to play around... When is it correct to just play the Ocelot Pride here? I don't think it is just yet. I'm gonna just spike Kaheera here. Play another turn with a Source of Plowshares available. I feel like there's more Ragavans to go. Another Guide of Souls, because now, yeah, you see how now wiping the board is really good for me and not as good for them. Yeah, and then I get to play Ocelot Pride on a clean board. I'm not sourcing that. Not yet. That's not worth it yet. My turn. Double Ocelot Pride. Oh wait, and I gained 2 life. Wait, hold on. I gained 2 life this turn. I'm gaining value from these Ocelot Prides anyway. And they didn't have the removal. Yeah. Yes. Yes. The Birth of Meletis gaining me life there was so good. And they didn't have a Galvanic Discharge, so... Okay, they get to cast 1 Flage, take out one of my Ocelots. That's fine. They get 2 energy. That's okay. Their Flage is exiled. It doesn't come back, so I'm not scared of that. They don't attack. So here I can play this, swords this guy, play Kaheera and Prophet. Yep, that's the combo that I mentioned in the deck tech. Kaheera with Ocelot Pride. Pretty good stuff. After City's Blessing, so now we're making permanent 2/2s. Pretty cool stuff. They have another removal for Ocelot Pride. That's okay. Ocelot Pride has done its job. And there's Basri to close things out. There is Basri Ket to close things out. Yeah, I don't know how many times I can keep taking these hits. Static Prison for what? What are you gonna Static Prison? Kaheera? Cool. That's fine by me, dude. I still attack with everything. Actually, hold on. I still attack with everything. I'm pushing damage here. They can't stay behind their thing forever because they're dead on board. I have too many lethal attackers. They need to wipe the board here, and their deck doesn't play board wipes, so... yeah. They can attack Basri, but they're still dead on board. Making blockers is great for them, I guess, but I don't even think they're allowed to... They're dead. They're still dead. Are they? They have to block 2 of my 2/2 cat. Hello everyone, editing control guy here. You see that guy in the corner over there? Yeah, I missed lethal in that turn. So what I could have done here is I could have plussed Basri onto my 2/2 cat. I don't play Basri a lot, so I forgot that Basri gives indestructible. I plus Basri onto the 2/2 cat, making it a 3/3 cat with indestructible. I wipe the board and I just attack them to death. I hope it doesn't really make a difference, but yeah, I did miss lethal right in this turn. That's why you gotta stay locked in when you're playing control. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Peace. Are they dead on board? Okay, wait, this is a little bit of a board stall. So, they clearly haven't found removal for Basri. So, I could bank on that not being the case. If I buff one of my cats, which I'm going to do anyway, they basically have to throw their entire board on the bus apart from the Amped Raptor to even be alive. I think that's a correct attack. I think this attack is still correct because, yeah, they have to throw their entire... Oh, wait, never mind. They blocked the Indestructible with the Amped Raptor, so they threw their entire board away. Okay. I'm going to cast a second Rest in Peace just in case. But yeah, here we go. Pass turn. If they top deck like Galvanic Discharge, that's great for them. Fable, that's not going to cut it. Basri's ulting here. They're even just dead on board. They are 2. They're just dead on board. That's not going to be enough. I'm Basri ulting. I am taking their Goblin Shaman. Yeah, and they're dead. GG. Yeah, we are the better deck under Blood Moon. I'll tell you that. We are the much better deck under Blood Moon than them. So they did me a favor by casting Blood Moon there, which is also another thing that, like, when a deck thinks they can just win by casting Blood Moon, not against us. We want Blood Moon in play. So thank you, opponent, for casting Blood Moon for us. Man, Basri Ket has proven to be useful these games. I'm telling you, like, Basri Ket is in. Ocelot Pride doing the work, and you got to see, you even got to see Ocelot Pride with Kaheera making a bunch of Vigilant 2/2 cats, which is just disgusting. So yeah, good stuff overall. I'll take their Goblin Shaman here or their Guide of Souls. I really don't care. It doesn't matter. They're dead on board anyway. Probably Guide of Souls because then they only go up to 3 life and then everything gets buffed and I just attack them for lethal. But yeah, Basri Ket, this cat, when he goes unanswered, I just won the game. And we are back for the post-game chat. Pretty strong showing of mono white control. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't miss counter magic here, although Reprieve was the reason I didn't miss counter magic. I feel like without Reprieve, without any control of the stack, it's very hard to be a control deck. In black, at least you get hand hate, so that's good. But Reprieve really, like, did a good job here in, you know, keeping the stack clear. Sometimes it's enough as a tempo play. Sometimes when you just have a big board of cats, reprieving their key spell and then attacking for lethal is enough. If you want to play this deck, first of all, not a tier not a tier 1 deck, high tier 2 though. Like it's edging on a tier 1 deck. I feel like this deck is probably playable with a couple like good like adjustments. I think this deck isn't perfect yet. There's some cards that still feel a little bit clunky, and some cards that still feel that they need to be higher numbers. I feel like we want Rest in Peace in more games, and I feel like we actually want Ocelot Pride in more games. I think a third Ocelot Pride in this deck is probably reasonable. Orim's Chant comes up. It does. I think it's a decent option. I'm not sure if you want it, but it's decent. The One Ring is almost necessary in my opinion. You could probably win without it, but without it, I don't know. I feel like if this was modern, I would argue maybe cutting the One Ring for something else because the One Ring might get banned in that format. One Ring ain't going anywhere in Timeless. It's staying, so you might as well play it. Solitude was good. Elspeth didn't come up. I don't remember. I don't think Elspeth came up these games. I've been playtesting this deck a lot. This deck has been through a lot of like brewing. It's been like in development for a while now. But yeah, Basri Ket. I only added this to the deck a couple iterations ago, and this card has not disappointed me yet. Obviously, when you are behind and you have a Basri Ket in hand, it looks stupid. But in that case, it does pitch to Solitude, right? And when this thing hits the field and they don't have an answer for it, it's just a win. And if they do have an answer for it, they had to answer this instead of your Ocelot Pride. So I feel like the token generators in Ocelot Pride, the Restoration of Eiganjo, and Basri Ket, they are very powerful. Obviously, wait, actually, does this makes constructs, right? It makes spirits. So Kaheera doesn't buff this thing, but that doesn't matter. That's okay. I feel like this deck is already in a decent spot. I think 2 Blood Moons is the sweet spot. I was playing with 1 Blood Moon before, but that was a little awkward when they counter your first Blood Moon and then you just don't have access to that effect anymore. But 3 Blood Moons is leaning in a little bit. I feel like Blood Moon is a good lock piece, but shouldn't be the center focus of your deck, if that makes sense. The center focus of this deck is hiding behind enchantments until you can resolve your big winners, right? That's the centerpiece of this deck. I feel like if you make Blood Moon the center of your deck, like the Gruul Land Destruction does, you kind of run into the situation where you run out of gas very quickly. But yes, I really like the idea, like the way the mana base is constructed as well, where we fully acknowledge we don't need untapped red. We will rarely ever want untapped red, and we don't actually need it. So we might as well get some selection for free off of planes that can also make red mana, and then use that to cast our spells. That's the power of a fetch land format, right? So yeah, that's very cool. Opponents trying to Blood Moon us ran into some issues because we are better on the Blood Moon than most decks in the format. And win with Ocelot Pride. Do some pillow fort stuff until your opponent is dead. This deck was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna open a pack and end the video. Alright, we got a Modern Horizons 3-pack. Let's see this. Amphibian Downpour, a flash enchantment with Storm. Not a great card in my opinion. This pack is mid. Marionette Apprentice is good, but other than that, I guess Priest of Titania is alright. But yeah, not a great pack to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much all from me. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the deck today. Video is a little short today, but that's because I'm a little busy and I want to get this video out for you guys though, so I just wanted to record some wins. Overall, by the way, about the deck we just played, it put up a very good performance. I lost 1 game to show and tell, but in that game I had an army of cats on the battlefield. They were dead on board. They show and telled. I reprieved it. Then they passed the turn. No. I reprieved the turn before. They show and tell because I was out of reprieves. I put in a what did I put in? I put in a Rest in Peace. In response to my Rest in Peace trigger, they cast Born Upon a Wind, which was a misplay because that let me cast a Get Lost from hand to target their Omniscience. But then they had a main deck Mana Drain, which won them the game. If they didn't run main deck Mana Drain, because no show and tell deck right now, no competitive show and tell deck is running main deck Mana Drain, trust me. They run main deck Thoughtseize and Veil of Summers instead of Mana Drain. Mana Drain isn't a card that you see in show and tell. If they didn't have that, I would have won that game. But they had it, so whatever, that's magic. But yeah, the deck won every other game, which is really impressive for a deck that's trying to control without blue mana, in my opinion. Me personally, the deck is growing on me. I actually do enjoy playing it, but I prefer blue decks. But what this deck has opened my eyes to is I could make a blue control deck that splashes for Blood Moon. That could be pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I've got to say. You guys are the best viewers on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Channel is growing like crazy. You guys are the best. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll read all my comments. I'll heart all my comments. I will give you a response within 3 business days. That's a joke. I will just try to respond as fast as I can. And yeah, that's about it. I'm the Control Guy, and I bid you all farewell. Peace.